Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest on the line, Chris Rock. Come on in.
Yes. What's up?
Chris
No,
Rock.
no Charlamagne today. What happened? Does he have corona?
No, he's in Orlando. His daughter has a dance competition. So right now he's probably bored out of his mind at the dance competition.
No, he's a Charlamagne's a very involved father, and he's excited. You know.
He's not as passionate as you and Envy are at your daughter's basketball game.
Yeah, Charlamagne is taking bets. He's like he's betting on it like it's a cockfight or something. He's like, ah.
Well, listen, I'm excited to have you on today because, you know, I'm a huge horror movies are my favorite genre of film. And so you're doing Spiral, right? And so you were a big fan of the whole Saw franchise.
Yes, I love the Saw franchise. I love to see people like boiled in oil and like put in the traps. And like, I think we need more traps.
More traps.
I think we need traps in life. I think we need them in court. I think they'd be a good deterrent.
We need traps. We need traps when a man is cheating. That way, if something happens, we could put his thing in the trap, and then we'd be like, if you try to put your, that'd be a good one, right, Chris?
Yeah, we need for women cheating too. But,
Now, the first 10 minutes of the movie is intense. It's disgusting and intense. So what makes you like scary movies so much? You're from the hood, so you shouldn't want to be scared anymore.
No. I mean, Angela knows what I'm talking about. When you're in that theater together, it's not even about a scary movie. It's a scary movie with a bunch of people is like an experience like no other. You know what I mean? Because you all get scared together and you all like, no, don't open that door. Don't open that door.
It's so fun. It's like going on a ride. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like going on a ride. I love it, man. I love it.
When I was younger, I used to watch scary movies all the time, but I would cover my eyes every time like the scary part would happen, so I would never see it. And then it's different, like as I got older, I would have to go back and watch it because I never saw what actually happened at those parts. And it's always like the anticipation when you hear the music.
Yeah. Plus, a scary movie follows you when you go home.
Mm-hmm.
Like every noise, you're like a comedy doesn't do that. You know what I mean?
And then you're like, that person's so stupid. You really talk to the screen in a scary movie.
You do.
Yeah, it's like, you know, even when you see a good movie, you see Malcolm X, you don't think Malcolm X is in the room.
Right. So for most people that don't know,
Plymouth Rock didn't land on us. No, you don't think that's coming up the stairs right now. Nah.
So for most people that don't know, explain what the movie is all about besides being scary. Because it's not just it's a little bit of everything in the movie.
It's a little bit of everything. How do you even explain Saw? Saw, it's like the bloodiest episode of Law and Order you've ever seen, okay? And I'm the cop investigating the crime, hunting down this serial killer, and I'm a serious cop, and at the same time, I'm funny, and you know, it's a good ride. Sam Jackson plays my dad in it, and he's Sam. He throws down. You know, he's a method actor, so he insisted on having sex with my mother, which I didn't, which is odd, but I went, she agreed, so we were okay with it.
You know, it's interesting when watching it, because I got to see part of it. They sent us like a screener yesterday, so I was trying to stay up to watch it by myself, by the way, so that's never a good idea. But certain people, you don't feel bad for them when they get killed in a movie. Like, you could feel bad for somebody if it's like, oh, they didn't do anything, leave them alone. But when it's like a bad cop, a dirty cop, you're like, You know, so that's an interesting type of storyline, especially now.
Yeah, it's a lot about police corruption. And now the weird thing is, we did this. The weird, sad thing is, this movie was filmed before COVID. It was supposed to come out last year, and a lot of people are like, man, this is so timely. And I'm like, yo, this police corruption's been going. You could make a movie about police corruption anytime.
Yes.
You could have made it 10 years ago, 5 years ago. Next year, you know what I mean? Like, that's just how it's kind of always been. So,
Because sometimes sometimes you want the bad guys to win, right? But not in this. Okay.
not in this. Yeah, this ain't Goodfellas. This ain't New Jack City. You're not rooting for Nino. No, this is like you want them to go down. And I don't want to spoil the movie, but yes, it's very satisfying.
Right.
Now, how's everything been with you with COVID? Because I know at one time when it first started, it was like, look, Chris Rock is serious about this COVID thing. If any interview, he's shooting outside. He doesn't want to be inside. He wants, they said you were very serious. So how are you now with COVID? Are you starting to let go a little bit?
I'm vaccinated. They call me 2 shots rock.
2 shots rock.
So, I got my Moderna, and I might even get the Pfizer as a backup.
What about Johnson and Johnson? Would you get the Johnson and Johnson?
Yeah, Johnson and Johnson, the food stamps of of vaccine.
It's interesting because now the CDC is saying that if you are vaccinated, right, you can go out with no mask, no social distancing, indoors and outdoors. Are you comfortable with that?
No, you know what? I'm gonna carry the mask. I mean, that's like a weird policy because it's like we're on an honor system all of a sudden.
Right.
There's a lot of people still ain't vaccinated, and they still, I don't know what's up with people not wanting to get vaccinated. I don't know what's in there. I don't know what's in Fruit Loops, okay? You know what I mean? I don't know what's in a lot of stuff. And you know how many drugs I've bought at strip club bathrooms? You know what I mean? Like,
how many times you haven't used a condom?
Yeah, like, I'm having sex with a girl I met a half an hour ago at Freaknik. I'm not going to take a vaccine. I have done far more dangerous things.
Right, because you recently got a tattoo. You don't know what's in that needle.
I don't know what's in that needle. I don't know, Angela.
Was that your first tattoo?
No. I had a Jerry curl. What the hell was in my head? You think I knew what they were putting in my scalp? And now all of a sudden I'm farm to table. Now.
Was that your first tattoo you got?
Yeah, I got a Basquiat crown over here, and then I got a Prince symbol here, and once you start getting them,
They're addictive. But what made you get a tattoo now? Like now?
My daughter, she was like, when I turn 18, I'm getting a tattoo, whether you like it or not.
Damn.
And you can't say, you got a 19-year-old. We got the same, our kids are the same age, and you can't say nothing, right? So the day she was going, she was like, she got scared, and she was like, if you come with me, I won't go crazy. Because she was like, I might get 4 tattoos. I'm like, you're out of your mind. She said, come with me, Daddy, get one too. So we got them together. We kind of got the same one, and it was like a bonding thing. Daddy-daughter tattoo day.
Got you.
So you got 2 at the same time while you were there?
I got 1 and she got 1. So we got, we both got our first tattoo together.
And then you got a second one?
And then you went back.
Yeah, I went back.
Uh-oh.
And then and then me and my daughter went back and got another one. So my daughter Lola.
Is it you and your daughter going to get
Yeah. Yeah, Lola is my tattoo daughter.
Now, what if she said, I want to get my boyfriend's name tattooed on me?
That would not happen. That is not, no, that's what I wouldn't pay for it, put it that way. You got to pay for that one yourself.
Now, last time we spoke, you were talking about how you've been going to therapy. So how has that been going, and how have you been changed since then?
How have I been changed? I don't know. You would have to ask the people around me, but I feel like I can connect more. I'm more patient. I'm less distracted and jumpy, and I'm just more comfortable in my own skin. I'm more empathetic to others. You know what I mean? I can feel your pain, Angela. I can feel your pain.
You've been doing a lot during this pandemic.
Side of the story, Angela.
How does that affect comedy now? Can you still do comedy because you feel more empathetic? You know what it is? It's just the therapy just clears out,
all this garbage you've been piling up over the years. So it's not, you don't get less funny. You actually get to a state, you get to that place where you remember why you started this.
Got you.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like you DJ Envy and you're great right now, but there's an essence that made you want to be a DJ that sometimes you forget. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That why you got into it. So now, yeah, I'm kind of back to that guy.
So it doesn't make you easier. Like, you know, we use your cracker drop all day long up here on the radio. So
yes, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Is it one of those things where you're like, you know what, I'm not going to use cracker because I could be...
No, I'm not that guy. Okay. I'm not. No. Cracker. I'm like...
We got a new drop.
Yeah, I'm like, every day. Anybody I talk to, any of my black friends are like, don't let these crackers get you down. I'm every day.
How was it your first time back on stage, too? Like, after being not on stage for a few months, and I saw, like, you had your notes and everything. Like, what was that experience like? Were you...
You know, it's good. It's where I'm most comfortable, fortunately or unfortunately. Yeah, I've been I was in the summer, I was going on stage with Dave out in Ohio, you know, so we were doing that thing, and it was just great being out there, you know, everybody's tested. Now the Comedy Cellar just opened up downtown, so I've been messing around there. I did a set with John Mulaney the other night, so I'm trying to get my act together so I can go on tour next year, you know, and really sum up everything that's happened in the last year and a half, you know, kind of give like a State of the Union tour, you know?
And what are your thoughts on the cancel culture? Like, you know, if you say something wrong, people will try to cancel you immediately. You know, you even see Ellen dealing with it with her workplace. It seems like it drove her crazy where she's like, you know what, I'm retiring. You know, so.
Yeah, I know. It's weird when you're a comedian because, like, when you're a comedian, when the audience doesn't laugh, that we get the message.
Right.
Like you don't really have to cancel us because we get the message.
Right.
They're not laughing. Our feelings hurt.
Right.
When we do something and people aren't laughing, we get it. I don't understand why people feel the need to go beyond that. You know what I mean? It's honestly, to me, it's a disrespect. It's people disrespecting the audience.
Right.
Like, oh, you think you know more than the audience. The audience knows more than everybody, okay? You know, but hey, some things don't need to be said. Some people need to be looked out for. I definitely understand that. But not letting comedians work is, you know, what happens is everybody gets safe.
Right.
And when everybody gets safe and nobody tries anything, things get boring.
Right.
Absolutely.
So I see a lot of unfunny comedians. I see unfunny TV shows. I see unfunny award shows. I see unfunny movies because everybody's scared to, like, you know, make a move. You know, and that's not a place to be. You know, we should have the right to fail.
Right.
Because failure is a part of art. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's the ultimate cancel. You know what I mean? But, you know, but now, you know, you got a place where people are scared to talk. That's not, you know, especially in America, you're scared to talk. But, you know, that's what people want. You know, got to make adjustments.
Right.
And, you know, let's do it.
I've heard a few different comedians talk about one of the most important advice that you ever gave them, which is that you should be nervous still always before you get on that stage. Because once you lose that, you know, that's not a good thing.
Yeah, and the nerve isn't like, I'm scared I'm going to be canceled. The nerve is like, yo, I'm scared they're not going to laugh. You know, that is like a fear of mine. Everything I do, I'm like, okay, I gotta bring it. I gotta bring it. I'm on the Breakfast Club. What am I gonna say? You know?
Right.
It's like COVID. Oh my God. Did I skip the line? Yes, I skipped the line.
You know, even in Spiral, you managed to be funny, and it's a horror movie.
You know, yeah, man. You're like, because I know what life feels like when, you know, when no one thought I was funny. I don't want to go back to that life.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I never take this for granted. Every time the camera's on me, I'm gonna try to bring it. I'm never gonna assume you like me. I'm never gonna assume you're giving me the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna try to bring it every single time.
But
Yeah.
when you're working on material, sometimes it's not there yet, right? And you have to do it in front of an audience to see what their reaction is. When is the last time that people haven't laughed? And
The other night I had a couple that didn't work. I mean, everything you see, especially with my act, I love to talk about things that aren't funny and bringing light to them. You know what I mean? The first time I probably did Cracker, it probably didn't get laughs for months. You know what I mean?
room full of white people.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, what's he talking about? You know what I mean? But you got to work through it and you got to figure out the exact wording of things. You know what I mean? And I'm sure people were offended the first time I started doing that, or a lot of the stuff I did, you know, but it takes a while. And, you know, when you see the finished product, here's the thing with comedians, if I can say, don't judge a comedian by what you hear in the club, okay? The club is the gym. The club is the studio. Those are demos, okay? Judge us by our specials, you know? So when you see the Netflix special, when you see the HBO special, that is real work. That is like, okay, I tried this joke. It is refined. But, you know, putting people on blast for stuff they made that they did in the club, you know, that'd be like getting J. Cole's demos and go, yo, this is trash.
Right.
Like, nah, man.
Well, them demos were dope, though. I mean, you know.
You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you like get the Beyonce demos. This Single Ladies is horrible. It might have been horrible the first time, you know, she was working on it. You know what I mean? Halo might have sucked, you know, week 2.
The Beehive is coming for you, Chris. How
You know what I
dare
mean? No. But I'm saying, no, because Beyonce's a perfect example. Like, she really works on the stuff.
Right.
She takes her time on her albums. And if you heard it in the middle, it wouldn't sound as good. Like, you know, like when you like staying in a hotel and they cleaning your room, right? You ever come back early and they not done yet? It looks horrible.
Right.
That's me cleaning my house when I pull everything
You know
out
what I
of
mean?
the
Like,
drawers and everything's
but-
all over the floor.
Right. And to properly clean, it has to get dirtier.
Right.
It has to get messier. And to properly make good art, you have to get dirty. It has to get bad. You got to be able to see it from every angle. You got to examine every word. And, you know, hey, if cancel culture helps out, you know, people that are marginalized, that's good. That is a great thing. If you're handicapped, if you're trans, if you're, Native American, that's great. If you feel that the fact that people are nervous offending marginalized people is a good thing. Okay?
Absolutely.
But anything that stops artists from trying, from reaching, that's not good.
Now, would you do more serious roles? You know, because in the beginning of Spiral, right? I'm
Yes.
not, without giving up everything, I liked who you were right in the beginning. Like, that reminded me of when y'all set things up and you're about to do the robbery. I'm like, that's dope. Like, I like you in that role. Like,
He's been doing a lot of serious roles lately.
You know, as you get older, you know, people, even when you do comedy, you know, like, life isn't that silly anymore. You know what I mean? Like we got mortgages and kids,
Yeah, right.
and divorces, and like all this stuff going on. So even in your comedy, you kind of want a dramatic undertones under it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, it's I'm too old for Pootie Tang at this point.
Right.
I saw that in theaters.
Yeah, that's not our Tay. So,
What about a steamy sex scene?
Hey, bring it on.
You would do that?
I'm in shape. I've been working out.
And I hated on you too, man. You took a picture when you was cut up, and I was like, that's a lie. That's a stunt double. I'm like, that's the thing.
Man.
I hated on you.
Oh,
a
you
little
put out
bit.
a thirst trap. Yeah.
I put out a thirst trap. Yes. Nah, I mean, the COVID, I quit sugar and I work out every day and, this thing too, you hang out with Sam Jackson, honestly, Sam's like 71, 72. You're like, how is this guy in such good shape? He's like, that's what I'm going for.
Got you.
Plus you're swimming
what I
every
mean?
day
Like,
now.
I swim, and then, you just want to be in good shape. I feel better about myself. I run a little bit now. I'm like, and it clears your mind.
Well,
you can think, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. I know you got to go, so just tell them where they can see Spiral. It's out this weekend. Tell them where they can see it, where they can download it, where they can watch it.
Hey, Spiral, Chris Rock, Sam Jackson, part of the Saw franchise in theaters. Theaters, okay?
Oh, it's
not
in theaters.
on.
It's in theaters.
It's in theaters.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
It's in
All right.
theaters. It's time. The CDC said it. You can go out and see Spiral in a theater and get scared and laugh together. So see it this weekend and be kind.
There you go. And
be kind to one another. Let's
go.
try that for a change.
There you go.
And Chris, with all these firsts that you've been doing, right? Like, just learning how to swim, getting your first tattoo. Is there anything else you're about to do for the first time?
I don't know. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? I'm going. I don't know. I'm going to. Did you see that movie, My Friend the Octopus?
No.
Oh, Netflix documentary. You got to see it. Anyway, I'm diving now, and I'm like just
You went all
diving.
in.
You're bored, man. You have nothing to do. Tattoos, swimming.
Yeah, but when your kids go to college, you'll be doing this too.
You got a convertible?
Yeah, I've been had a convertible.
You did shrooms. You did it all.
Yeah, I did ayahuasca. I'm going in.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Chris Rock. We appreciate you for joining us, brother.
Thank you.
Have a good
Thank
weekend.
you.